everyone, it's Moose and thank you so much for joining me back here. Today I'm going to do a video that I haven't done in a while because I haven't really been focusing a whole lot on my bookshelf, but today we're going to do an unhaul. I recently reorganized my bookshelf, kind of put everything in a proper place, and in the process of that I decided to get rid of some books that were on my shelf that I either have already read and don't want to keep or had on my TBR shelf and I'm like, probably won't ever get to that. And on this list are some kind of popular books that I know a lot of other people like, and I might have liked some of them, but I don't want to keep them indefinitely. I'm really trying to make my bookshelf be kind of just like a condensed version of a lot of my favorite books. If I don't foresee myself rereading them, I don't really want to keep it. And I don't want to keep just random books. I want my bookshelf to really reflect my taste. So I'm getting rid of these today. Also, just gonna throw it out there, my hair is lighter. It's the first time I've ever had my hair professionally done. I've never gotten bleached or colored or anything like that. The only thing I've ever done is I box dyed my hair in undergrad when I was in college. And that's it. So I was excited to do this. That's besides the point. Let's jump into my book unhaul. First up we have The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. I'm not going to go too heavily into this. If you are familiar with my channel, you probably know how I feel about this book. It was not for me. I know everybody raves about it and pretty much everyone I see talk about it loves it. I did not. I really feel like there needs to be some kind of trigger warning, and maybe there is and I just didn't look them up. I typically don't look up trigger warnings because I'm not really triggered by a whole lot of things. Really the only thing that really gets me is if something happens to a child, and something happens to a child. So trigger warning if that messes with you. So much so, it messed with me so much so that I don't plan on continuing on with the series. It kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth just in general for this book, and so I don't want to keep it. I don't want to keep it. See you later. Next up I have Roar by Cora Carmack, right? Yeah, Cora Carmack. I started to listen to this on Libby, I think. I started listening to the audiobook version because I knew it was on my TBR list. I was trying to knock down my TBR, and I think I got maybe like a chapter into it and it was like, I might like this at some point, not this point. And at this point in my life, I think that was like last year that I tried to listen to this. At this point, I'm not really interested anymore. I found other things I'm more interested in. I have the first book to the Selection series by Kira Cass. I only have the first one. I did listen to all of these on audiobook last year. Goodness gracious, time is flying, guys. I'm going to be old before we know it. I kind of already feel old. Anyways, yeah, I listened to all of these. I didn't listen to the, no, it's not a prequel. I think they have a daughter or something maybe. I didn't listen to those. I just listened to the original 3. They were fun. They were fine. Not one of my favorites. Not something I really want reflected on my shelf indefinitely. See you later. Do I want to get rid of this one or not? I think I might keep this one. Okay. I changed my mind a little bit. Next up I have Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. I listened to this one on audiobook and it was fine. It was good. I still think, I know there's at least 2 more. I don't know if it's a 3 or a 4 book series. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, if I'm being honest with myself and with you. There's just so many other things that I'm enjoying and that I actively want to read. So getting rid of this one too. Next up I have a popular series that I'm getting rid of that I kind of went back and forth on, but ultimately I'm deciding to let go of. I'm letting go of the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black. We have The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing. The biggest reason I debated on getting rid of these is because I bought these 2 and I bought them at full price. If you know me, I don't do that. I'm definitely a bargain shopper. But I bought those at full price and they're a hardback. Hardbacks are expensive. That was my biggest hesitation on getting rid of these. I've read through them twice now. I don't know that I plan on reading through them again, just being honest. I enjoyed them. I had my fun with them. Don't know that it's really something that I want indefinitely reflected on my shelf. So, bye. Now we have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, hardback cover copy. This is just a random copy that I have. I have the paperback box set and I have the big chest of the hardback box set, and then I have this one. I think somebody bought me this one for Christmas like years and years and years ago. Don't know why they picked the second one. Don't know why they didn't pick the first one. Maybe this is all they had. Maybe they thought this was the first one. I don't know. But I don't need 3 copies of this one, especially if this one isn't part of like a collection that I already have. You know what I'm saying? So bye. Now we have Seeker by Arwen. I love the name Arwen. Arwen Ellis Dayton. Bargain impulse buy right here. I love to peruse the bargain sections whenever I go into a bookstore, and sometimes I read the cover and I'm like, man, this is on sale. Why not? This is why not. This is why I shouldn't do it, because years later I still haven't read it and now I'm getting rid of it. Whatever. Now we have The Red Pyramid by Rick Warden. I read Percy Jackson and then I thought I would get around to reading this one and never did. Probably never will, so I'm getting rid of it. Now we have Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, right? I read the series last year before that, maybe. I don't know. I think I finished it at the very beginning of last year. It's been a while. Besides the point, I listened to them on audiobook. They were fine. They were fine. I only have the first one, and I don't like them enough to buy the rest of the series, and I'm not going to keep just the first one and not complete the series. If I have books on my shelf, I want to either have the whole series or I want to get rid of the ones that I don't really want to keep. So see you later. I feel like I'm also a minority in this one as well. I did not care much for this. We have the 3 Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. I didn't care much for the series, just completely honest. I listened to them on audiobook again, and I don't know, wasn't what I was expecting. Basically wasn't what I was expecting. Not really what I wanted. I don't know that I really have much else to say about it. Same was with Red Queen. I didn't even like this series, so why would I keep the first one? Why would I buy the rest? See ya, bye. Last we have Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I actually like this one. I listened to this one on audiobook as well. I think there's a second one. I don't know if I'm ever going to read it though. I listened to it on Scribd, I think. And well, it was good, not good enough for me to keep on my shelf. I don't want to say it's not my taste, but it's not my favorite, if that makes sense. It's my taste, like I enjoyed it, but it's not one of my new favorites or anything like that. So sayonara. See you later. Yeah, don't know if I'll ever listen to the second one. I think the first one was enough. I think the ending was sufficient. I think it could have been a standalone. I don't know why they made a second one, to be honest. So, bye. So there we go. Those are the books that I am unhauling and getting rid of. Some popular ones on there that I know a lot of people like, and it's not that I didn't like them. Other than The Fifth Wave, I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me at all. The magic system was kind of weird too. I said I wasn't going to get into it, so I'm not going to get into it. I've talked about that book plenty in other videos. So I did enjoy them. Don't necessarily want to keep them on my shelf forever though. So, and plus I only have one bookshelf for me. And I want it to really have my favorites on there. I don't want to have to cram everything on there and make it look super messy. So those are all of the books that I am getting rid of for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Let me know down below. Am I making a mistake? Would you have gotten rid of these or would you have kept them? I have a feeling a lot of people would have kept the Folk of the Air series, but it is what it is. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you, and we will meet back here next time, guys. See ya.